this working? Da dee da dee da do. Dee da dee da do. Da dee da dee da do. Da 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 da. Hello. Where do I post link? For my YouTube, if I was doing it live. Okay. Clips. There it is. I don't know if you can stream through Discord on the PlayStation. Yeah. Yeah. And if I'm being just real, I'm kind of too lazy tonight. She'll figure it out anyway. La 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 la. Alright, NAGQ82. Also, I couldn't figure out how to shut off the delay. Unless it's like a setting that I have to do on my computer. I'm on YouTube though. Okay, yeah, I have to sign into my YouTube. Oh, we're already in. Alright. Damn, buddy. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I think the default's like a minute. Let's see. I guess we can count. No, YouTube. Yeah, I put it in clips. Yeah, it's definitely on a delay, but I don't think it's. I mean, it's enough to be annoying, I'm sure, but let me check one more setting here now. Let's see. That's overlay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'd have to might sign into on my computer and stuff. Alright, we'll just roll with it tonight and I'll try and figure it out next time. Alright, so I was gonna look at King's Row first because just from what I remember on specifically, we definitely had first point and then we didn't. So I'd like to take a peek at why, and then go from there. Because I know, if looking at our codes, I know, let's see, Rune Sappy was, or however you say it, Rune Sappy, I don't know, whatever, ridiculously fast. So not overly helpful, but maybe, I know Circuit we did. So, alright, well, I mean, we'll mess around and see what we've got. So I know here we were going, I asked us to go to something not poke related, because poke was, you guys are fine. We need to work on our communication more than anything else, kind of before we get in to like mid-season, if you will. So I think that's definitely should be where we push our focus towards, whether it's dive, rush, like it pretty much anything except poke is going to force your communication more. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, we do have the May. So I know, and we talked about it kind of briefly, keeping it simple. We're looking for the May walls and then calling kind of rotations off of there. So let's just roll the tape.
You cannot escape me.
Alright, yeah, so we get a good wall. Unfortunately, it is the D.Va, so a little bit harder to burn, but okay, so from here, I don't remember communication-wise, but we definitely don't want to be swinging from this angle, just because it is going to take us way longer to close the gap. So holding it tight to come through here, or going through the hotel. If you wanted to get like super fancy, we could rotate all the way through the mega, and then jump on someone from up top, but that takes a lot longer, obviously, because we gotta go further. So it is a risk reward sort of deal, where if you can set it up and you have good practice on it, then it's worth getting one good fight in. And I liked, I don't know how much Overwatch League you guys used to watch, but on Volskaya, what team was it? New York Excelsior, Season 1. They were notorious for taking like forever to set up a dive, and I mean like a minute plus. But then when as soon as they got that dive in, it was immaculate. So yes, they took forever, and they only got one fight out of it, but it was a perfect fight every single time. So we're not going to get to that point, but that's kind of the point where if we're going to rotate somewhere really long, we have to practice it and execute it enough to be perfect at it. So we do end up rotating. Okay, yeah. So we're already kind of making a weird choice. Dragon should not be in front of the shield. So whether that's him too far up or Ryan not far enough, and then Rob's looking for an angle over here. So timing just a little bit funky. How we're doing that there. All right. Good wall. Good enough, actually. Not a perfect one, but obviously we're at, for a wall on point, we're not going to be able to cover all the gaps. So good enough wall though. But that miscommunication. Oh, actually, no, we do get the DMAC, but I want to rewind it just a smidge, because if we look at how much damage Dragon was taking, and when we get the wall, Matt isn't ready to engage, even just by swinging. Does he have pen? Yeah, so I mean, Dragon took a ton of damage right there, which completely unnecessary. So yeah, that wall, we get a good wall and we get a freeze, and I know we get her out of mech because we just saw it, but like Dragon shouldn't be I'm pointing. You guys can't see with my fingers. The Dragon should not be in front of Matt here, and if Matt is, if we're in good communication, then Matt is at least here. And then he's going to be taking that damage instead of Dragon. Although they can still technically get past this hitbox, but it's a lot harder. And then within there too, from Fremy, we can actually see it here. We are on heels, and he's not in position right here to follow up on this wall. So we need to be on that speed to get him there. So we do get to DMech, and Dragon is still alive, which is about as good as we can hope for. And then so here we are kind of holding par, which is fine, unless we. Well, actually, what we could do here. Let me go back to Fremi here. Yeah, so what we could do here, so we get to DMech, so we're essentially up in the fight here. We still have amp. We don't have wall anymore, so we don't have that to go in, but we do have speed amp. So we can call for, if Matt wants to call to go in, Fremi, you can call to go in. If we see this advantage and we have that amp speed boost, then we can call to go in off of that. So like right now we're just kind of holding pat, and they are in Bastion turret form. So I don't actually hate the call if someone did call to wait. So we hold corner, and alright, so now he's out. So looking at, where's their diva? So still at 20%, so we're still up. We should be scouting all of this right now. So the Ashe hasn't moved, so we know she's up top. But with Dragon and Rob looking over here, they have eyes on where their Mercy and Diva are. And everybody else has eyes on where the Bastion and Moira are. So everybody's accounted for. We still have speed amp. And a lot of this, and for me, I'm going to say we still have speed amp a lot. Not because you didn't do your job, but just we didn't communicate when we wanted to go in. And that's going to be the major kind of talking point going on right here. So we have you guys here. Do we have wall actually? Alright, so we have wall. So easy choices for you, Rob, or multiple choices where we can wall off. Look for a wall on the Mercy would be perfect, but if not, if we wall off the Diva, it's now for sure a 4v5, even though I guess it's like a 4.5-5 right now. But we definitely wall it off. We can look to wall off the Ashe, and if you get cut off this angle, she's gonna have to take time to either wrap up there or there, so she's out of the fight for 10 seconds. We have speed amp, we get a kill within those 10 seconds, and we're golden. You can wall off. You can look for a wall here to cut off the Moira and the Bash Moira from everybody else. You can look for a wall just cutting off kind of a more easier one, like probably about right here. So you're cutting everything off right here. Within all of that, yeah, we still have our speed boost. So, and I know the fight falls apart. Is this the one that falls apart? So anyway, we'll fast forward a little bit. All right, so Rob's going in. See, the communication is just a little bit off, and Matt actually took a big chunk of damage there. I'm assuming that Ashe got you headshot. Our Lucio's really far back, and our Kiriko's kind of over here on fire. So actually, you know what? Where's their Ashe POV? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go. So we got the dynamite off. Yeah, just that headshot right there from the Ashe took our Rhine down. And Fremi still. All right, so we're at least on speed though, so that's good. I want to play it forward a little bit. Okay, yes, okay, so we are getting on speed. All right, so we lose 2, but we were on speed there, so I like that. But why did we lose? Actually, do we have cleanse? Can she cleanse herself? Okay, so we don't have cleanse. Now we do, and we go for Rob instead of ourselves. Okay, with that play, backing up a little bit again. Speed up, and we'll go over here. Okay, so we don't quite have cleanse, and you are on fire, and we're not gonna be able to get the health back. So what we can do here though is that communication again, where so we have so Rob, Dragon are in, no one else is in. Seneth, your angle here is actually pretty good. I actually like this one because you could swing here, and you have Rob and Dragon covered. Obviously you don't have Matt though, but if you swing out here, you're only going to have Matt, and you're opening yourself up a lot more. So communication-wise, though, the Fremi way back there, so we're you know discombobulated a little bit on our timing. We get the kill on the Bastion though, so we're up major in that. I think the Moira Orb kills Seneth here, and we get the Mercy. So that's actually a really good Suzu over there. Yeah, and it is just the Moira Orb there. So and if you waited just like a split second more here before you swung out, then you would have cleanse for yourself to survive. Or if you're just at this angle, because we see obviously that Dragon and Rob pushed forward, and then you could have been healing them here instead of swinging out and you know taking too much time over there. Where are you at for me? Because you do eventually get with everybody here. So yeah, so here speed, on speed, swapping back and forth. Good, we're back on speed. So the timing on that, yeah, so speed in. Yeah, we definitely, so okay, so we did eventually amp, but we definitely could have amped a little bit earlier. So this is the fight that we should have had here. Oh, I rerounded. Oops. Okay. And okay, so at this point we got all the kills back there, and we're stuck here with the Moira. So we should be communicating that, you know, who's dead on our team, who's dead on their team, and more importantly, what do we want Matt to do? Or Matt can make this call himself. So are you going to be holding shield? And I kind of roughly remember, so all these questions are like completely bullshitty, but they are kind of like what is our communication type? What are we doing with it? So Matt, you know, his choice, is he going to sit here, hold shield? Is he going to try and, you know, walk on to the Moira? Or if he has pin, he's going to try and pin to the Moira. Is he going to pull back here and give Rob and I don't know if you want me to call you Fremies or Milky, but I'm just going with Fremi because Milky's just it's weird for me to say. Okay, so they calling? They can call, or Matt can call that. Hey, I'm going to come over here, swing in, pick up you guys to cover for the Ashe, and then you'll push in on that more together. You can call to shield off so you can rotate into the mini, but we needed that communication of what we wanted to do. So we're on healing, which just speed him in, make sure he can get onto the Moira. And because we couldn't get onto her quite fast enough, actually no, let me rephrase that. It's not that we couldn't get onto her fast enough, but when we're going through, and this goes for everybody, but in particular on Lucio, where are we going, and how are we getting there, right? We really don't want to be away from a wall too much. So here, okay, so right there, that jump to get us in put us in just no man's land, and Lucio just floating in nothing is a very, 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 very easy target. So even with that amp, we can jump off and keep it tighter towards the telephone pole, or if you just want to wall ride, because your aura's a lot bigger than you think it is. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to tell. Let's see if it'll show up. Yeah, it's there a little bit. So we'll just rewind and watch it from the get-go. See if it show up. 2 times speed. Okay. Yeah, the aura's not showing up, unfortunately. But it's big enough that you're gonna be fine sitting around here on the edge and swinging in like this. It's gonna keep you a lot safer, and that's the most important thing. So she does fade out, and we kill her here. Okay, so right here, we have it's a 2v1. We should have people coming back from spawn relatively soon. But 2v1, the Ashe has the high ground, which isn't an issue. But what is the main point of Overwatch? Is the objective. So she's going to have to make a choice. Is she going to contest the objective Is she going to back off? You know, what is she going to do? What she should do is that she should give 98% on the point before she even bothers touching. This comes down to like stalling the point and how you give up a fight to take the same fight and that. So depends on when your teammates can kill stuff. So we're taking away. All right, so Matt, your best bet is to just get on top of her, basically as close as you can to this corner, because you can just shield up, and you're actually gonna be covering more ground, you know, closer, tighter to the corner, versus backing up. We want to go for the kill, obviously, because then we can just get the point for free. But we're, you know, obviously you're Reinhardt, you can't just jump up there. Rob was, I believe, was looking either at that left window or to go left. But communication, right? We can, if Rob wants to sit here and just kind of poke her out, then, oh, let me show you down a little bit. Sit here and keep poke her out. And now she's going to have, does she try and burn this Ryan shield to contest the point? Does she take the pot shots at the Mei? With Mei, we should have, yeah, we have all of our cooldowns, so we're not in any danger whatsoever. I don't actually like this Fire Strike, though, that we're about to send off, because you're not going to kill her anyway, even if you hit one. So just keep your shield up, get that passive regen going, and then you can go off of there. So, and because, yeah, so because of just going for a Fire Strike, she was able to get some shots off, and then she can just melee you. Now, what the Ashe, let's fast forward a little bit. So, at this point, it's a 3v1. With that Ashe got away with that. She should not have done that. And obviously, if Rob can hit one or two more icicles, you know, then it's null and void, because, you know, we get the kill on the Ashe. But just saying hit more shots is not actually really helpful unless you're working individually on a, you know, mechanic level. So, but what's our choices now, though? Communicate, right? We can leave Rob, Dragon on point, and I don't say Fremy because we need Lucio to get after that Ashe. So Rob can stay on point. Rob can go with Lucio. Dragon can stay on point, or Dragon can go with Lucio. Both options are good. Shoot, if Fremy wants to feel challenging and go in there by herself, or the Lucio wants to go in there by herself and try and take on that Ashe, don't advise it, but it is something that we can do. Which is exactly what we do. Okay, so I don't hate this wall, because we did wall them off. Depending on, let's see where we go from here. Alright, so we actually see the Mercy coming in. And so our Lucio is on there. And Dragon took the long way to get there, but he's on there. So now, though, now we're all over the place. They're just going to break that Mei wall relatively easily. So we're trying to keep point pressure. But what's more important is that we want to stay alive at this point with how kind of spread out we are. And again, Rob is just in like kind of a no man's land where there's just no cover whatsoever. Do you have ice block? Yeah, so we don't even have ice block. So we're just kind of out in the open. You do have Kiriko back, but we don't want to rely on healing. Supports can miss their shots. Supports can miss their abilities. Supports can get dove on. They can get distracted. There's 1,000 things that they can and have to do. So let's make their jobs easier and hold your cover. Whether it's the car, if we're looking for point presence, you know, we can hold with the car. We can hold with the phone booth. We can kind of hold this corner, which is definitely more open. But you see them coming, you're pushing, and then you can kind of duck right here. I would honestly even rather you be up here, which doesn't leave you very much to do if they do come around that corner and push you directly here, but you have some sort of cover. And then now over here, I do like from me. I want to rewind just to see, when do you notice the Mercy?
Maybe I'll try something different this time.
Let's take the objective together.
Okay, so we actually don't notice a Mercy. If you're going to be on that Lucio, though, so there's a mistake by their Ashe and by Lucio here. So she walks in, it should just be beelining it for that health pack, or hopping up here, hoping, this is kind of psychological, or coming over here, assuming that you think she's going to go for the health pack, so you push the health pack and she has it's a short angle, but a more open angle for it. You are on Lucio, though. Get in there and just face stuff her. Get your melee, get your boop, you can get all four. If if you're really good, you can get the crits and the headshots. Just get on top of her, and you're not going to win that every single time, but you're going to win it a more majority of the time here. So we don't actually even see the Mercy, but then we do get to kill. So now we're rotating over here. I'm assuming to help Rob. But we're kind of already committed to here, right? So let's just keep our toes where our feet are, and stay right here, and just help Dragon. Dragon as well. Let's see. No, we'll come back to that. All right, so here you're in the middle of no man's land again. Actually, perfect. We can see your aura now. Look how big that is. You would have been fine, like healing from back here. Alright, but in your no man's lands, you're gonna die. There's absolutely no way you get out of here. Okay, yes, so you do die. I was kind of definitely hoping you died, because I did not want to have to eat my words. Alright, so now though, because you left because you left Dragon, Ashe was able to get the Mega. Cassidy can still win this, but he shouldn't have to. Yeah, he can, but it was looking unlikely there. But he shouldn't have had to, right? Because we would have been there. So now, this is a lost fight. Even though we got the Mercy, this is a lost fight. They have Bastion, they have Malga. The Ashe will be coming back. We just don't have the damage to kill the Malga in particular. We can kill the Bastion, but then where we're at, we're kind of not anywhere. Take advantage of our spawn proximity and just play safe and back out. Yeah, Rob getting really tight on that health pack there, or on that HP bar there. If we did back out together too, you don't even have to back out like all the way like in the spawn in this particular instance, but like say we're right here, or even at the choke right here, the Ashe, we can punish that much easier. Okay, so now we force. Now this is a greedy play because we get the Fire Strike, we see that she's low, but losing a DPS versus losing a tank is not a good trade. DPS are you could win an entire game of Overwatch with your DPS not doing anything. Not saying it's easy, but you can. You can't win a game of Overwatch without your tank. Yeah, so yeah, we get the kill, but then you're traded out. Again, so not a good trade. And especially with Bob out, our squishies are going to be very hard pressed to even get through the choke. We also Blizzard back here, which I don't particularly like, because you're going to get the kill on the Bastion, but we're just so spread out all over the place. Yeah, and now you're going to, do you have, yeah, without ice block, so, oh yeah, you're dead on the screen. So now we're trading, but now we're three stuck in the choke with a Bob blocking us out, and they still have tank and support. You are not going to take this point if it's tank and supports. You just can't. And then they get to us off anyway. And Dragon, okay, so Dragon makes it out. Communication, and then a little bit more communication. Talk. If you don't know what to do, talking gets someone else to tell you what to do. And it helps, obviously, if there's like someone who is just an IGL, like just straight up. But sometimes there isn't. Or maybe that person's just having an off day and they're not calling as much as they are. So if everybody calls, then we can all figure it out and we're all kind of grouped up and we're pushing it together and we're all on the same page. Going into this next fight though, we're not all in dire straits. We still have 3 ults. And you'll get beat relatively quickly. We are 2 minutes in though. We would like to get a little bit faster, but it was a long, drawn-out fight that was very, very spread out though. So we weren't able to get really all the value we wanted out of it. So
Pain is inevitable.
it is a 4v5 though, if with the regroup. And here, actually, you know what? One more thing too. I wanted to take a peek. Where are you at? Okay, so right here, boom, instantly called it back out. Run speed, kind of like half thinking about it. Just back out, just back out. Taxi. Dragon's not going anywhere. Senate's not going anywhere. Back into spawn and taxi. It doesn't seem like a lot. You don't even have to amp. But it's especially on May. It's going to get us in the fight a lot faster. Okay. So now we are grouped up. We should be looking at spawns with our tab, and I hit the button. God damn it. Alright, so we should be looking at our tabs after the fights. If we're sitting here waiting on a group, see if people are swapping, seeing what respawn rates are happening, right? Especially if we're not even poking and looking at them, and we're in a safe spot, then open that tab. When are they spawning in? Because you can time it, right? You can say, alright, they spawned in, we have 10 seconds to get to point. If you want to get really, really fancy, you can go through and time walk back from spawn to points, but that's a lot of work. So you can just sit here and just say, alright, 10 seconds. So you're going to have 10 seconds before they get in where it's a advantage for whoever. Alright, fast forward. And now we're here. Almost, right? Okay, now we're here. Alright, so it's a 5v4. Let's get in there. Let's speed in. Look for a wall. Like, get in there. We're playing. Our May's taking a lot of damage. We should be shielding with the amp. Like, we're looking for the wall. Yes, that is kind of our easy go-to. But if we're not having a wall, let's speed amp and get on to something. Now the Bastion is in turret form now, but he wasn't, like, you know, say 10 seconds ago or whatever it was. And now their Ashe is back though. So 5v5 when we could have been taking advantage of them being down a person. And if we rewind it, so here, this is where wait, hold on, is Raw back here? No, I'm sorry, too far back, hold on. Okay, so we should be looking to walk in. Oh yeah, because I was like, how are you on fire? Yeah, whatever. And then we especially see that Moira TP, or yeah, Fade, excuse me. So, wall. There we go. There's the wall. We could have walled them off a long time ago. But just the one pick. And so now, you know, I'm gonna let it play out for a second. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I'm gonna chalk this up. I'm gonna chalk that one up to a playstyle. I prefer the safe high noon, especially if they're gonna have a Malware who's just gonna be face tanking anyway. We can pop a high noon behind our Reinhardt, you know, shield, and just hold it, and you're gonna get a lot of kill. And then if the Malware has his charge, you know, he charges away. Now we have speed boost, and especially with amp, you'd be surprised how far you can go, even when you're in high noon. That's just what I prefer. If you as a team and you as a individual prefer getting like kind of a quick just one kill with high noon, totally okay. We just, you know, communicate that, because you're in popping that and we're backing out, so they don't have anywhere else to look. But you actually do survive by a thread. Problem is, do they res? find that. Why?
Escape me.
There's that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we popped that. We should be moving in. Oh, that was unfortunate. Also, just let the pin complete. If you already hit him, and well, there's not much difference between being here versus being there from a taking damage perspective. We do get the Ash down. Oh yeah, we already killed the warrior. I'm gonna let it play out a second here though. So we can't get the Ash. Okay, yeah, that Mercy res, that's rough. That's a rough one. Let's see if we have AM to get on there. Okay. So, yeah, we should be screaming from the top of our lungs that Mercy's resing. And I don't care who calls it. Everybody calls it. Somebody calls it. But everybody, we need that Mercy cannot res in that scenario. We should be amping speed, and that should be a kill 7 days a week and then twice on Sunday. Yeah, so we try and push her there, but yeah, it's just too late now. Oh, you know, I lied. We get a kill, so good kill. Late, very very late, but we do get the kill. All right, and then we actually get the kill on the Ash. So now this is just poor awareness by their Ash. Good job by Rob being able to. Obviously, we'd much rather him not have died and regroup, but take advantage of your scenario. He's coming back late. He can look for an off angle to get in because they're not paying attention to him. They should, but they're not paying attention. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's good awareness. Unfortunately, they just they get you down in there, and that's the Bastion being alive really hurts. Yeah, so I like Rob staying where you're at. Rob, obviously May's not going to be breaking the cage. My question is, do we beat? I mean, I know we don't beat, but should we beat? Is Dragon's in the cage, correct? I think we beat. I think we won't. I think we won't beat here. I'm gonna watch it in real time though, because slow doesn't help us. We're speed and we're speed and we're speeding. Gotta get on that Mercy though. Even if we don't kill her, we gotta be able to move her out of the res. Okay. Yeah, I think we definitely have time to beat to save Rob there. I'm sorry, I keep saying you guys the right names wrong. Dragon. We definitely have time to beat save Dragons there. Mechanical thing, if we can get the melee combo as Lucio, you can kill this Malga, but again, that's just hit your shots and everything goes better, so that's not really helpful. I think we definitely beat there though to keep Dragon up. Because I mean, we can save it for the re-engage, but let's just win this fight that we're in now. And then Rob on the flank still. And then, yeah, and then that's it. Now, Rob gets out. Yeah, Rob does not get out. Can we save Rob there? This is actually a rough point to. You can't obviously just jump off and reset, so. Ooh, you know what? This was one of the times, Carl. Grab the health pack. Grab the health pack. Grab the health pack when I was too late, but you could have grabbed the health pack. Oh, you could have stayed in ice block another second there, another second and a half. And you're alive. Do we have? Yeah, this communication thing. You stay in your ice block another second or two, or like a second and a half, I think it was, and Matt and Fremy, you guys should be amping left side. If you're calling for help, come left side where Matt goes, and then you guys are there to save him. But now we don't hate save him, so we need to play it safe. It is a paying attention to spawns. It is actually a 3v1. No, where's their mortar? Oh, she was in Fade. Okay. You know what? I don't hate pushing in. If you guys are paying attention to spawns, then I don't hate if you push in here.
Helden sterben nicht.
Yeah, so actually, I would have definitely have preferred, because look how low Dragon just himself gets that Malga. So if Matt, you're in there, Fremy, you're in there, and Fremy, you're kind of like half in, but if all three of you are on there, you might be able to kill him.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay. Bad news, though, obviously, is that we don't have much to work with. Okay, so as we're watching that kind of play out, we look how split we are. This is kind of crazy. Where?
Helden sterben nicht. 60 seconds.
Alright, I'm fine, you know, healing this burn up. Alright, speed. Yeah, so we're... Yeah, why don't you guys push in? I'm assuming you guys don't want to go in there because of that Bastion ult, but we... Honestly, I think we just, as soon as we hear that, I think we just beat and just amp in. Just amp in really hard. Because even if he, you know, drops it down right on top of you all, you should be split at least enough. And Matt, if you have the reactor time, you can block it even. Rob, you know, have his ice block. Lucio should be fine to just get out. Yeah, a late beat. Yeah, and then we just die. And if we went back and looked at it, you know, Dragon, you ended up dying in there anyway. So if you're gonna push in there anyway on first point, or I mean at the first, then might as well just get it in there anyway. Like I said, definitely a little bit of a late beat. Obviously, it's a tough call because you're saving it for like the perfect scenario, but there's never gonna be a perfect scenario. Just pop it when you don't want to wait to that last second. Pop it the last 2 seconds. So, looking for a wall. We got a good wall. How did Lucio, how did Fermi die?
Next track.
Okay, okay. So I know I've been saying, you know, be aggressive, but whew, that's a bit much. Maybe not that aggressive. Right? Maybe definitely not that aggressive. We get a really good wall, so just play safe. 3 seconds. 3 seconds is your go marker. Touch it with 3 seconds, and I think we want to get a practice in on point contesting. And by practice, I mean not a scrim. I mean just bots and game plan, and get our rotations on points down. So anyway, so you push in really hard, way too hard. If you're back here, you're safe. We get to, because we kill the Mauga, and it's a 5v4. But you die, so it's 4v4. You kill the tank though, or sorry, we kill the tank, and that is way more important, way more valuable. Oh. I'm gonna rewind it and watch it in real time. I don't want to make a call while it's paused. That's not fair to you guys. Aim just a little bit higher too. You get more headshots on that one.
Step right up.
Yeah, we touch. We get to touch there, so I'm okay with it. I think we hold that high noon though, unless you're just using it to reload. I think we just hold it there, really. But I think either one would have been fine. Ah, okay, so we didn't touch, but this is just a perfect learning lesson. I hate that you guys didn't touch, but this is perfect. Oh. So the more, I'll pause it real quick. The more you play the objective, and by play I mean not like actually contesting it, but the more you play around the contesting into overtime, triggering OT, the more times you're gonna do stuff like this, where you're just gonna miss it by a pixel, or you're going to C9, and it's a kind of a weird scenario. But the better you are at those last contests, the more you're going to lose objectives kind of randomly. But it is so worth it. So worth it. So right here, we're still too early. Yeah, actually, so we would have been a little bit too early on that recontest, even if we did touch. But if we saw, now I'm gonna play it really slow, which is not fair because everything is worse at 0.25 speed.
Step right up.
But so we could have, so like here, even if, sorry, so if we start backing off at 3.5, so even if we contested right there, we're not triggering OT. What we want to be doing is you're holding, because that 1 second is going to make a big difference, right? From where we're at scenario wise. So you wait, we're waiting, and boom. 3 seconds, well 2.9 because I mistimed it, but 3 seconds, boom, touch, don't commit. Like I can test point here, or it's all the same. The blue box is all the same. So we trigger it right here, and we do not commit. Do not commit to going onto that point. You're not healthy enough. We don't have the resources or the cooldowns or the health pool to hard commit to this point. We have time. If we trigger that OT, I don't remember what the first bar is, but it'll show you. You can look at that bar. So we trigger OT.
Do something.
Oh,
Recover your strength.
and rewind it one more time. Play it out in real time. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I'm hitting too many buttons. Okay. So from here, this is how we want to play it. Alright, so touch, and we back off. And then with that trigger of that point, of the OT, even though they throw Bob out, I still don't have to touch point. So we're essentially buying ourselves, I'm just going to say 8-second timer on OT. I legitimately don't remember what it is. But well, 5. I'm just going to say 5. So now we bought ourselves 7.5 seconds where we don't have to touch the point again. And then, alright, we see the timer going down, boom, we touch, and we back off. Because we can't really, again, we can't hard commit. Bob's right in there. The Ash is still going to be a problem because of her angle. We're going to have to just try and do what we can. And that's the thing. When you're going for OT, you play two things. You play the objective and you play to live. So we're not trying to make overly complicated over like big plays. We're just keeping that objective going. We have the respawn advantage. You just keep that objective going, just OT, and eventually, if they don't make a team wipe, then you can just keep trickling in and just trickle and just trickle and just trickle, and you just keep trickling in.
Ready for battle.
Whew, we've been at. A comment that I made a while ago is that you're gonna learn. Oh, whoa, too far. You're gonna learn more from your close losses than any other ones, and I think that was a really good example. We just spent like 45 minutes on a 4-minute attack. There's a lot of details in there. It's a lot of details, and it shows you how it's such your small little place. You also could be getting completely wiped. In that case, probably not the small place. It's probably there's more going on than that. But when you're losing that close on an objective, and you still got 51%, it's not like you didn't get anything. But when you don't cap, or you lose a fight, or you lose a map, and it's that close, there is going to be a 1.5 billion little tiny things that we can get in there with. So only swap here, Dragon from the Cassidy over to the Sojourn. And let's roll the tape. Already, where's Lucio? Yeah, you should not be up back there. You should be up here for sure. Oh, whoops, I'm playing it way too fast. Don't drop, I think, did you drop wall? Sorry. One thing, it's a really easy habit to have that we don't want to have is, oh, it's a bad wall, I'm just going to drop it. No, leave it up for as long as possible. Just always, unless it's going to kill your teammates, then you drop it, but just leave it up. Yeah, so we just drop it there. Just leave it up. Now, Matt's dead anyway. The wall being dropped is not going to save Matt. I'm actually... How, you just got... Man. I think it was just, yeah, it was all just the Genji reflect.
Ready for that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective stage.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate. Okay, so, just unfortunate. You guys, obviously, we lose the fight. Contesting the objective. Alright, so, obviously, we're losing the fight. Now what do? Dragon, your choice. Do I stay up and try and get a pick, or do I die on point, or do I back off towards spawn? So, you decide to go and try and get a kill on their Junkrat. Maybe you see that he's low, and because he is low. So, you're going for a kill here. Ascend, so, which is fine. All three choices are fine. When you lose the fight the way that you did, you have to look for something to try and flip it. So, if you get the kill on the Junkrat, that's unfortunate. Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate. So, you go for the kill on him, or like you jump down and lose the high ground, go for the kill. Again, fine. We needed to look for something to go on that. So, we should be... We're not winning any fight. Like, it's a 5v4, we're not going to win that. They just capped and have all the momentum. We don't need to touch. We need to back, or especially Lucio, we need to be taxiing all the way back there. Even though Sojourn has slide, get all the way back. Everybody back. We're not running dive. We don't need to be holding space and angles and high grounds, and just get back, regroup. Now, from their perspective, they should have all been pushed up. This should have been a 4v4 fight right here. If they wanted to, they should have been a 5v4, and they just go back for the payload after they win that fight. But bare minimum, that should have been a 4v4 fight here. So that's a bad positioning by them. Yeah, actually, that's really poor from their perspective. They should have been pushed up before that. They should be looking for kills all the way. Matt, did you come back from spawn? Right? That's where you come back from. So, alright, so this point, we're going to say that we are them now. We're attacking. We get all of these kills. We need to send Malga, Genji, Moira, Junkrat should all push up. The only person that should be on this point is going to be Brig. And so, they should be... Because Genji doesn't even dash over here. If they all push up, Matt is dead. Maybe. Let me rephrase that. Matt is maybe dead. But you have a chance. And now if you kill Matt, now you kill Rob. And then you kill Asenath. And then you kill Fremi. And then now you guys are back at spawn and they have half a second point. So you should be always looking to take as much space and... I'll say it, like, I'll phrase it as objective because that's where it's got to go through. So here there is, yeah, they should have been pushing you guys way harder than this. Yeah, this is, you have to be, and especially look, I mean at this point it's, where's everybody here? So look how spread out we are. So actually no, it's a 5e. You got dragons back here. Where's the Zenith? Dragon. Oh, there you are. Oh, nope, that's what's going on. Okay. So Rob's going up there on a flank. So we're just kind of like, we're hanging out. Yeah, I don't really... I'm all for flanking and off angles, but as the Mei, it's just not helpful enough. Unless it's gonna help us get a wall out, then it's just not gonna be doing anything for us. Because like from your perspective, yeah, we're just taking pot shots, which is not helpful. There's zero reason their Malga should have died though. What did they do wrong? Let's see what they did wrong. Also, just push through the Rhine shield. Yeah, see this. We could have, with how far he backed off. If let me pause it. With how far he backed off into there, Rob, if you see that and you can get a wall right there on him, then he's walled off and it's a 5v4 outside here on the payload. But also at the same time, if you're here and he goes in there, you can see that turn around, wall off, and then boom, you're up. But there is just zero reason he should have died. So good job on you, on our part, getting that kill. Why are we pinning out though? Okay. Alright. So, felt like we were pinning out. Maybe Matt didn't think it was a good spot to be in. But then we get to kill anyway. Please don't let her out. Oh, yeah, we got it. Yeah, yeah, she's gotta die. That's a rough one. Because that's an extra 10 seconds that they gotta wait. Alright, so right here, this is I can already tell this is gonna go bad. Because Matt is pinning out. Rob cannot pin out because he's on me, obviously. So he's looking for a wall here. We have our taxi over here. So, not where we want to be. Yeah, so we get a wall, and we have no follow-up. Because we're all the way back there. And from their perspective, as soon as they see you over there, Rob, they need a turn, and you need to be dead. Instantly. You should be dead. Yeah, so you, Rob, there's like a zero universe where you should be able to just walk out of there alive. They should be pushing you hard here, or pushing hard from this way, because there's That's crazy that you were able to just walk out without the Lucio speed boost. Good teams are going to punish that. Like, really good teams, or just good teams, they're going to punish that. You should, if anybody is doing that and they're not like a Reaper that can Wraith or a Tracer with Recall or, you know, something like that, then that's got to be punished. And now we're taking so much time to go back to that where we're just not in the fight at all. And you know, mechanical thing, if we hit that hit one of those, the Junkrat's dead. But that whole time you guys are basically fighting a 5v4, and we don't have that wall to really section us off. Oh man, we're so close to beat. I think we need to be calling. Actually, let me go from Lucio's perspective here. So we're on speed. Yeah. And I know I have said we want to speed more, but don't hesitate to go back and forth between them as well. I like that we're shooting that. We didn't notice it. Good. Okay. So we're flip. Yeah. Don't hesitate to flip back and forth between speed and heals. So, all right. So now at this point, though, this is where I wanted to get to. So Matt should be screaming, "I need speed out." Fremy or Lucio, you should also be speeding. It's like screaming at him, "Speed out, speed out, speed out, speed out, speed out." His shield looks relatively healthy. We can check it out real quick. Yeah, so 1200 shield. His shield is fine. They don't have anything that's going to burn 1200 shield fast enough. Especially when we have both healers up. You speed him, especially you have amp. If you don't have amp, it's not going to work. But you amp him all the way out, and that ram isn't going to be able to keep up with it. We also, a bare minimum, should have just amped healing at least. But yeah, amp that speed, and he's dead. I'm sorry. Amp the speed, and the Rhine is alive. Alright, so a little miscommunication. You were saying, or you were looking to back up. And okay, there we go. We get the kill. That wall was good though. We got the wall. We sectioned the Junkrat off, and we do get a kill on there. So the main thing I want to take away from that fight is Rob should have been dead, and they should have killed Rob. They didn't kill Rob, so Rob rotated, and then they should have killed Rob again, and then he rotated back, and then they should have killed Rob again. But even if they don't kill you right there, Rob, you're kind of just wasting a whole lot of time just walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Rhine Shatter, I'm going to leave that up to the Rhine call. I think that ult in particular is very, very situational, so I don't hate that you used it there. How do you die? We kill the Moira here in a second. Okay. Okay, so the Genji just comes in. I don't hate that trade. Really, it's we got our Rhine back. It's honestly, it's a fine trade. From here, you guys back off, I believe. Alright, this is a stupid blade. That's a really dumb blade. So, but we Suzu him, which is good. And then we ice block. And we should be amping. Yeah, Scream. Like, Matt, Rob, Fremy, scream that you're amping in to get onto him. Rob, you have 1 second left on ice block. I'm going to rewind it because I think this was very important. Yeah, so see how we're kind of just in no man's land here? Yeah, we should have been screaming to get over here for amp. Because that blade was atrocious. Yeah, look how close you were to getting out. And if we're calling and screaming to amp and get over there, then we probably save Rob. Alright, so now we are down 3v4. Where do we go? Alright, so Matt is pinning out. Dragon's coming in. Hermes here. Senna TP's out. Okay, alright, so we're regrouped here. Now we're waiting for Rob to come back. Do they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So they have all 5. Even though it's a 5v4, we do have beats. No. Even though, no. Back out. We have plenty of cart. You have plenty of cart to push. There is, you don't have to hold this corner. You do have to hold here, but just back out, regroup back here. It's going to give Rob more time to get back. So if we're beating for tire, it was super duper early. We also, I want to try calling out where we're going to beat as well, even if it's just as you're doing, like beat main, because there's a lingering effect, right? It doesn't have, they don't have to be right there when you pop the beat. So you can call beat main. Dragon can just hop, and then it doesn't even have to like drop down, but just kind of hang off the ledge a little bit and get LOS so he can get beat. He can also just come right here, and he'll be able to get beat. A Zenith can, I don't want her to DP to you to get beat, but she can just bloop, and she'll be in LOS. So you just call our location of the beat, and it'll be a lot easier to get more people in it. We do get a kill on the tire though, so that's good. Yeah, it was because we beat it so early. I don't know, I'm not going to assume. Yeah, so because we beat it so early, Matt goes down there. Dragon also dies. I don't, even if he gets beat there, I'm not sure that he stays alive. But we get a freeze. Maybe don't jump into the double mayhem there. And then, you know, we kind of die off from there, so. Although, to be fair though, even if you don't jump into those in the Soul Mayhem Rob, you're going to die anyway. But you'll be alive on point a little bit longer. Any lost fight where you can stall the objective is good. Stall. So, looking for a wall, and it is 11:10. We are going to speed it up. Not actually speed up the time, but the speed, but just kind of speed up. This is a good fight. We don't have anything to work with from a ult perspective. Oh, all we got is cooldowns, and we are just burning clock, which is perfect. We should be communicating just a little bit here though, make sure Matt is aware that there's a shield between him so he can't get healed. But just burning clock. Remember, we're playing this Overwatch, we're playing the objective. Burning clock. This is, just sit here. If they're going to give us this time to do nothing and just build up our ult charge and maybe get a pick, then you just sit here and you take advantage of it. We get a good wall, but we're just not there again to follow it up. I don't know if we really need to fire strike, but You know what? Let's take, actually, I said we're going to speed it up. We're going to take a look at this. Yeah, so we're burning, like that was 20 seconds of clock of them just sitting here, which is, because they already had their ults, right? They already had theirs, we didn't have anything, so this was a rough fight for us. Oh, okay, so yeah, you weren't able to get, you weren't hitting the Cassidy. That's a tough one, because the wall goes down. I'm not gonna like crucify. I'm not gonna crucify you going for that swing on that Cassidy. Keep in mind, since it's 5v5 now instead of 6v6, each kill you get is 20% of the team. So each kill is way more impactful. So you get that kill on the brig, tuck that corner, play it safe, well, and then like get healed up all the way, and then obviously the Cassidy's going to get out at that point, but then now you're full health. I think actually the Cassidy gets out anyway, but you're full health at that point. So just a timing thing. We try and rush. They use their ult. Matt goes down. Just a timing thing. So we should be amping. Okay, I'm gonna rewind that just because we shouldn't have had to have Rob cut it that close. So we back out. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I meant to be watching Lucio here. Alright, so we lose fight, and so we amp out. We should be screaming that we have. I'm glad you. Thank you for calling, grabbing the health back. So I know you're all ready. So you're looking where you're going. Try and be aware of where you are, and you actually had one. It counts how many people are in your aura. So you're just seeing the one there. So we should be making sure we have Rob in there. Dragon resets off the map, which is good. In this scenario, because you can jump off, you jumping off or dying on the payload. Both are fine. It's kind of a preference. I would die on the payload. You're a soldier, and it's not like you're feeding that much ult charge anyway. Maybe you can just even if you get 2 seconds, I think it's worth it because the timing you're going to respawn, your timing wise is the same from that angle. So I prefer down point, but resetting off the point is fine too. So communication, where just communication thing, where we don't want to be walling and shattering kind of at the same time. It doesn't kill us. It actually, you know what? That would have actually communication thing, because that was a great wall. We didn't need shatter if we walled that well, and we don't need wall if we shatter that well. So saves us time. Sorry, it doesn't save us time. Save us resources. All right. So we are low. Matt grabs the health pack, like it, and yeah. At this point. Go back. I'm gonna look at his perspective real quick. Okay. So, oh, sorry, hold on. So, from their perspective, they should have been reset forever ago. So here, though, don't kill him. Make him reset. And if you're really good at it, you pin him in, and then you wall off one door, you body block another door, you boot him in with Lucio, you ice block in front of him. You make him live as long as you possibly can. Because even if you get a trade, even if you trades one person, it's irrelevant, because then you kill him, and now you guys are a wash, except his walk back is way longer. So, looking for a stall. Alright, so we swap to the Orisa. And Rob's looking for a wall, and or no, he's looking for a blizzard. I don't know, the flanks are just so risky. They're just so risky. This Sojourn needs to... No, sorry, Moira needs to die. Yeah, we should have... Yeah, that Moira needed to die there. We had 3 people who had LOS. 4, I'm sorry. 3, Rob could have rotated to got LOS. So, yeah, then if you fade in like that... Yeah, that should be... Okay, so we get to see... She traded, not good. Or, I'm sorry, she gets the kill, not good. We do trade it. That trade is a good trade. We have the spawn advantage. We just have the spawn advantage. So we look for a blizzard. We don't, unfortunately, can't get it on anybody. Probably would have wanted to launch it just a little bit more. But Alright, so 4v4 though, we have the advantage because of who we killed, obviously. Support is way more important. But whether we push in or not, irrelevant because payload. We have the payload, and they can't push it in, so.
Stay put.
Where? Yeah, so Rob, you being here though just leaves you in a. Yeah, I'm not surprised you died there. That leaves you in just such a bad spot. We don't have anything to get you out safe. A little too aggressive again on the Lucio there, but I'd rather you be aggressive and go for that play than to just exist. So, oh man, that's unfortunate timing for Dragon coming out. All right, so as soon as Lucio goes down, stall. We should be instantly in stall mode because we didn't have that beat. You know, we're at 99. Especially once we lose 2 more, Matt, you should be dying on point. You need to be going on point because you're not. Yeah, and unless you can get out towards spawn, you should have been dead on point. So that puts, I want to say like 5 seconds. I'm going to put 5 seconds of stall on. And, oh, man, I needed to just go back like 2 seconds. Right? Okay. Slow it down. And, okay. So, 5 seconds is more than enough time for Rob to get here. They do have Diva boot. They do have Lucio boot. They do have stun from the Cassidy. Doesn't mean he's going to touch, but he has a better chance. Our Lucio is coming out of spawn, well, with her ult, but she has amp, and if she can hit a really good rollout, then 5 seconds, or actually she amps, I don't know, we'll say like 1, 2. So, honestly, I'm not great at timing it, but we'll say here. Even if she doesn't wall ride, doesn't hit a good rollout, she's going to be here. She jumps up, Rob's on point in ice block, she jumps up, beats. She beats here, turns around the corner, Rob has beat. Alucio's coming in. We have people spawned in. And then we win from there. Yay, we win. Maybe, maybe not. So, that was a lot. Hour on one map. I gotta get faster. It's just so much stuff going on though. Alright, questions on anything or comments on anything? Yeah. I No, for sure. Yeah, no. So uh, when I do VODs, sometimes I lose the forest for the trees. Like I did that I know I do that. So that is something that I need to do. You're correct. I do need to be more aware of when I'm doing them live in particular. Most of the time.
Yeah, no, no, yeah, you're no, you're 100% right. I um, when, I I'm honestly all of the VODs that I usually do. I shouldn't say all of them. What I'm used to doing VODs is usually just me by myself, and I'm just like so people go back and watch them like kind of in hindsight. So from a live perspective, yes, I do agree. I like I said, I need to not lose the forest for the tree. So that's something that I will definitely do better for next time. Um, yeah. when and what I try and do is that so what I'm when I'm bringing up like the individual stuff, I want everybody to kind of be aware of what and not obviously playing for the other people, but like if Lucio's aware of what Ryan's doing, then he can be more in tune with what they're doing together, sort of deal. Unless it's like a flanker or like a widowmaker, then where their position it does matter up to a certain extent, but it's not as imperative to the team, sort of deal. So um, when you, I mean, but overall though, you are, I see what you're saying there too, and I will get. It's something I need to work on from a VOD perspective, and just going a little bit quicker, and then two covering more of, like you said, kind of a general idea versus like, all right, so this team fight, this person did X, which led to Y, and then doing that sort of thing. So more, I understand what you're saying. Short answer. Yeah, yeah, no, I totally get you. I will say, in my own defense, I did plan on going like super general, and then I got into the map, and then that plan fell apart. So definitely, I had different plans. I didn't follow through because I just, yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, and and in particular, I knew on that King's Row map on the attack, I knew there was so many really, really close opportunities. I wanted to highlight a little bit of, like, hey, this one thing changes the team fight for everybody, even though it's one tiny little thing. So, anywho, what's I don't want to go into the other maps because I actually have to dip, but yeah, I will either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll probably take a look at. I'm definitely not going to take a look at Runasapi. No offense. We kind of just got roll. Actually, you know what? That might be. I'm gonna look at another map here. Um, really? Okay. You were in for the first three, right? So Lijiang, Ike, and Circuit. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. I'll make sure. Yeah, I'll make sure to do those. I'm not gonna do them tonight, but I'll make sure to do those. And you don't have to be here for those two. I'll put them on. I put it on YouTube so you can go back and listen and watch. Um, but I'll say I'll I'll put out if when I'm doing it, so you're more than welcome to join if you want to. Anybody else? Yeah.